Si os digo que tenemos con nosotros a una artista con voz de negra y con gafas de muchos colores, ya sabéis quién es, ¿verdad? Ella nació en Chicago, pero se ha criado en Nueva York y empezó su carrera artística también en Nueva York. Tenemos el honor de tener otra vez en la Academia de Operación Triunfo a la mismísima Anastasia. Hola Anastasia.
Hola,
y bienvenida a la Academia.
Thank you. Very good to be here.
Hi, it's a real pleasure to have you here again.
Thank you. I know, for the second time. We surprised him again.
Todos recordamos esa visita hace un año y ese gran abrazo a Rosa que después fue la ganadora de Operación Triunfo. A lo mejor le diste suerte. ¿Y qué te ha parecido, los chicos, esta visita de la segunda edición de Operación Triunfo? We all remember the visit 1 year ago of the first edition of Anastasia here and that big hug you gave to Rosa. And she was the winner. Perhaps you gave her good luck. What do you think about these guys of the second edition?
I think that this crowd is a little shyer. I think that your audience has grown big. And I think that they're a little more shy that everyone's watching the show now. But I hope that they warm up to understanding that they only have one shot to show what they got. So I hope that they remember, don't let the nerves and the fear of cameras everywhere and just do your best. Don't worry about the public, you know.
Pero eso te lo habían dicho, ¿realmente lo has comprobado ti? That they told you this, or you noticed?
No, I can feel that. I felt in their spirit that they were very nervous, not just because of me. It was a different energy in the room than it was before. It felt like camp last year. It felt like home, like also I'd come later on in the year and they were already really, a family by then. And because they were the new ones, they didn't have a routine. And now that they know it's a show that's very successful, now everybody, knows about it. It's not surprise. They know that they're in the house. They know that they're doing this and that. So I think that the kids may be trying to do the best they can, knowing what to expect. So I just want them to just concentrate on their art, their singing. Don't worry, don't be nervous.
Es bonito porque me han comentado que te acordabas de todos los chicos de la primera edición, de Rosa, de David Bisbal. It's very nice because they told me that you came here and the very first thing you said, you were asking about Rosa and about David Bisbal, and you really remembered everyone.
Totally. I said, is the girl okay that I nearly smothered? I definitely, and I can't believe she won. In fact, yes, I can believe she won, but I thank your country for hearing the talent within her spirit. It's so amazing that her voice is the kind of voice you want to hear forever.
Vamos a hablar ahora de tu voz, porque comenzaste hace 3 años. Básicamente conociste a Lisa Braut, que ahora es tu productora y tu manager. Ella confió en ti. ¿Cómo os conocisteis? Let's talk now about your voice. Very nice and peculiar voice. And everything started more or less 3 years ago when you met Lisa Braut. She's now your producer and your manager. Yes. How did you get to know her? She trusted in you.
When I met her, I didn't have much trust in my heart, to be honest. I was very tainted by so much rejection in my business and so many rules. You have to be this, you have to look like this, sound like this, be like this. And to me, that just was so intimidating. When Lisa and I started working together, she didn't really want to change what I was. She wanted to make money. She wanted to get rich off me. So it was really fun, and it seemed like the right kind of relationship. It worked. Spiritually, emotionally, we believed in the same things musically. We worked the same way. And as in time, it's just become almost sisters. We really do get along. I'm very grateful because she knows so much about the business, so much that I don't know, that I learn every day more and more, so that I can understand what it is I got involved in,
Y con ella te fuiste a un concurso de la MTV, The Cut. Erais 150 personas y tú cantaste Not That Kind. No ganaste, pero Sony se fijó en ti y ahí empezó un poquito todo. Con la experiencia que has tenido en un concurso de televisión también, ¿qué le dirías a los chicos que no llegan a ganar, como tú, para que tiren adelante? With Lisa Braut, she took you to the MTV program, The Cat. You were 150 persons there and you sang Not That Kind. You didn't get to win the contest, but Sony Music was really interested in you. What advice would you give to these guys that don't get to win Operación Triunfo so that they continue with their dreams?
Well, I mean, I definitely, I said it before, it's not about winning. It never should be about winning, because if you feel that you've won and that's all you need, then life is not worth living. You need to always strive for better. When you win, there's something more to win. When you get something, when you get married, you work on the marriage. You just don't be happy you got married. It's bigger than that, and you should live every moment and appreciate it. So with this show, be happy that you meet the people you meet. Be happy that you're having the vocal lessons. Be proud that you're understanding how to take care of your instrument and write songs, work with people, harmonize. All of those things are good to know. Just do not give in to if I win, if I lose. It doesn't mean it's over. I lost my show. Happily, just so happy that I was on the show that I didn't care if I was going to win. When I lost, it didn't matter. I was already noticed by people that could make a difference. So you never know when your shining star is going to shine on you.
Y la diferencia la hicieron. Sony Music confió en ti, con ellos grabaste Not That Kind. Y después, desde noviembre de 2001, podemos disfrutar de Freak of Nature, que podemos ver nuevo de Anastasia en este segundo álbum. And it was really important. You didn't win the contest, but you really won, because Sony Music was really interested in you, and you get to record it, Not That Kind, your first album. And then, since November 2001, we can enjoy Freak of Nature of Anastasia. What can we find new of Anastasia in this second album?
In the second album, I believe I learned a lot from my fans from the first album. There's the Freak of Nature album right there. I learned a lot from my fans. I learned a lot from traveling. And titling the album Freak of Nature was almost, in a way, rebirthing myself, because the word freak for me for so long it meant what most people think. A freak, doesn't belong, outcast, she's different in a bad way, don't listen to her, who knows what she's doing. But when I started doing business and I started singing and people started liking the way that I sung, my glasses, how I was different, they enjoyed that. Then all of a sudden everything that I was freaky for was popular. It ended up becoming such an ironic thing that I like being a freak positive instead of a freak negative. And I wear this and the freak and put freak t-shirts and everything to let people know I don't want it to be negative anymore. I don't want people to feel like they don't belong. And so for Christmas this year I put out another album, which was a collector's edition, which is for the fans that wanted a couple of extra songs that I actually recorded for it, some remixes, and I also ended up putting the words of the songs in my album, which I've never done on the first or the Freak of Nature album. So I put this out, and then to make it even better, I decided to put a DVD out on all of my videos, all of the making of the videos, the EPKs, the photo pictures, just very fun stuff that you don't get to see sometimes, the behind the scenes where I'm freezing, yet I look really warm in the video. I'd be like, brr! It's very fun to see all that because it makes it very real.
Y la gente lo podrá ver si compran este Collector's Edition hasta diciembre solamente. Everyone will be able to see that if they buy the Collector's Edition, but only until December. It's a nice Christmas gift.
Yes, it's just for December release for that. And, I hope that they get a kick out of it. At the end of the day, we could also, try to get it to you longer or something. I don't know.
Y aquí en Freak of Nature también han colaborado grandes artistas como Elton John, Bon the Shepherd o Pavarotti. ¿Con quién has disfrutado más? ¿De quién has aprendido más? You have the collaboration of great artists also like Elton John, Bon the Shepherd and Pavarotti. Which who of them did you enjoy the best? Or who showed you more? What did you learn about them?
I will say that Elton John has been a constant person in my career. He constantly comes back and we see each other, and he just seems like he teaches me so much more as time goes on. Gives me CDs of new and up-and-coming artists that I didn't even hear about, but then 2 months later, they're famous. You know, he just seems to know everything. And Pavarotti, just in general, it was such an honor to work for him and do a song with him off of my first album that it was one of those things that I think as an artist, I became more relaxed because he said I was singing correct. I asked him if I was singing wrong, am I singing wrong, anything wrong, you know? And he said no, and I felt like that was like God telling me that I'm singing right, so it felt so great. I really have had a pleasure with most of every collaboration I've ever had. Even my last one with Celine Dion was unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'm still trying to wrap my head around that one.
Has trabajado con muchos artistas, como dices. ¿Sí? Ah, ok. Vale, hacemos la despedida. Ok. Pues Anastasia, ha sido un placer tenerte con nosotros y nos vemos esta noche en Operación Triunfo en la gala. It's been a real pleasure to have you here, and we see you tonight at the show of Operación Triunfo.
That's right.
Thank you for coming, Anastasia.
Woo, woo, woo.